Okay. Oh no, the lighting is still kind of... Okay, I think it stopped. Whew, okay. Hi. But as you all know, maybe by the background or also just when this is posted, it's December, and that is the month of Christmas. This Christmas, and really just this whole December, I feel like is the most different December I've ever experienced, in the best way possible. I just wanted to be able to share and be honest, because if, you know, if it could help someone or if anyone resonates, then I'm glad that I put it out there. And if it doesn't resonate with anyone, then I'm glad that I put it out there for myself, like at the very least. Christmas used to be my favorite holiday, and I would always look forward to December. I would always think and say that December in the winter time would be like my favorite time of year, because Christmas was in December and everyone gets to be around their family and everyone's just giving gifts to each other, and I love giving gifts. Like, giving gifts is my love language, and you know, like all the cute fun like winter dates and things that happen in December. Yesterday, December 13th, would have been the 5-year anniversary with my ex-boyfriend and I, which is like really weird to think about, because for the past 4 years, I guess outside of this year, I don't know how you really count that one, it was in a relationship for 4 years around Christmas time. And for the first time at 22 years old, like, I'm not in a relationship. And it feels really weird to be like going through these times and going through these cycles where it's like, it's the first time really, like, as I go throughout all of these days where it's like, oh my God, I haven't experienced like this day of the year of like with being single. It's just like so weird to think about that, that we broke up and separated even just earlier this year, because it honestly feels like it's kind of been like a really long time, but I'm like, oh my God, that was this year. And I mainly just say that because I've grown and I've changed so much that I don't even know who I was earlier this year. Feels like so long ago since I even knew like who that girl was. But you know, that's why it feels like it's been a lot longer than I guess it actually has. You know, share this because this December is unlike any December I've ever had, because I was really thinking about it and like, well, why was it that I always thought December was my like favorite month, favorite time of year? Because Christmas was, you know, because Christmas was in December, you know, because around Christmas time, like normally you're all around like with your family and giving gifts to each other, and like I would always remember like feeling really happy around this time of year. And then just like the next day, the day after Christmas, like the 26th, just thinking like, oh, it's all over now. Like now I have to wait another 364 days until it's Christmas again, like for me to feel and be happy again. Like when it comes to the winter time and everything, it's a lot colder, it's a lot darker, you know, like the seasonal depression like really kind of kicks in. And I always think that I've now realized that that's why I always looked forward to Christmas, because it was like the something to look forward to when the winter time rolled around. You know, it was like the holiday to look forward to, the event to look forward to, like that temporary chunk and time of happiness, like when things would be really dark. You kind of just like like want to find reasons to be happy when things get really dark. And isn't that why we always put up Christmas lights outside of our house and put lights up on, you know, put lights up around our Christmas tree so that we can have and see that light in the darkest time? This whole month I honestly kind of like put it at the very back of my mind that Christmas was coming around. I didn't really like want to think about it, mainly because I feel like I'm at a point where, at least like physically, and when it comes to money and when it comes to giving gifts, I don't really have a lot of money, and I don't really have a lot to physically like give to people. And it wasn't at the top of my mind to be, oh, Christmas shopping for all these people. And here's the big lesson, right? Here's what I was leading all up to, is that I've reached the point in my life where I don't look to some event or some holiday like Christmas to bring me like that temporary time of happiness anymore, because I just feel happy every single day. Single day feels like Christmas. And I'm crying and I'm getting emotional because, like, you know, I think that I like look back at all these other times of my life and all the other Christmases that I've spent, and really thinking that I needed all of these physical gifts and material things and people and relationships in my life to make me happy. And this December, I don't really have a lot of money to give gifts. There's really not like anything that I feel like I need. Like, I have everything that I need. Of course, there are always things that I want, but there are always things that I want, but there are so many other people around me that actually like need things. And I just feel so grateful that anything more that I could be given is just kind of a luxury. I get emotional because I'm like, holy shit, like I have just grown so much for me to kind of see Christmas like it's just another day, but in the best way possible, because I don't have to look forward for this temporary time of, you know, this temporary time period to be happy anymore. I don't have to look forward to something in the future for me to feel a temporary moment of happiness. Like feeling really stressed and anxious about the relationships in my life, and really thinking that if I didn't get them a gift, or if I didn't get them a good enough gift, like what would they think of me? Like, would they think that I'm a bad friend? Or, you know, would they think that I'm a bad person because I didn't get them a gift as good as I did last year? Or, you know, all of these material things, when it's like these material things, like, you know, they aren't what make me happy. The real relationships that stick around in my life are the ones that I don't have to worry about. They are the ones that will be there for me, like when I don't have anything to give. Beautiful revelation for me to have this time of year. Not just this time of year, but a revelation to have made in my life. Also thinking about how I'm about to go spend my Christmas with all of my family in California, like my big extended family. And I've been mentally preparing myself for all of the conversations that I'm going to have with them. You know, it's been a long time since I've seen them, preparing myself for how I'm going to respond to the, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life now? Like, what job, like, what are you, you know, why don't you have a boyfriend? Oh, you broke up with your boyfriend. Like, why, you know, why are you single? Like, oh, have you, like, oh, like, you've gained weight, you've lost weight. Like, what have you been doing after college? And I know now that I've never been more like prepared, I guess, to go talk to all my family in California, because I know who I am at my core, and I'm so confident in what I'm doing, where I'm at in life, and I don't have to over explain myself or try to give them an answer that's going to please them. You know, I'm not scared anymore of trying to be someone for everyone else, but so confident in who I am that I know that nothing that they could say or ask me or say to me will shake that. I think for so many other years, just like being around my family, especially around the holidays, was just like a really stressful and anxious time, because I knew that these were all the questions that they were going to ask. Not afraid to hold back anymore of what I really want to say, of how I'm actually feeling, and I'm not scared to point out a lot of maybe the toxic behaviors that I feel like we've all just kind of let slide by in the past, because they're family or they're our elders, or, you know, it would be disrespectful to like counter what they would say, when really underneath it all, it's like, okay, well, I don't have to be putting myself in these situations that I feel like could be harmful to me, but also other people can't hurt me unless I let them. Of course, I love Christmas still, and I think that this Christmas is going to be unlike any Christmas I've ever experienced. I want everyone to know and remember for the holidays that, you know, all these material things are great and all, but I encourage you all to be happy every single day and not have to just look forward to this one day a year to be happy and give gifts and be around the people that you love, because we can do that every single day. Happy holidays to you all for whatever holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate any this month. And yeah, still working on my outro, but I just wanted to share this all with you and have this open little chat. So